The answer is both. And I'll give you an example why. The purpose of marriage is to become one. Am I not correct? Okay. You're taking two unlike items and putting them together to make one. I'll give you an example. I'm a little bit of a cook. Okay. You're trying to make a custard, which is a homogeneous type of dessert. Okay. You got eggs on one side, which is a completely different nature from a different animal. And you got milk from the other side. Anybody knows that you have to heat up the milk. Now, what happens is if you pour the milk in the eggs too fast, you'll have scrambled eggs and milk. However, what you do is you take a little bit of that milk and you pour it in a little bit of the eggs and you whip that together. And that's called tempering. In each relationship, you have to temper one another, just like the man has to temper himself when he's aggressive. You know what I mean? He has to learn how to be soft. Just like a woman likes to be soft, sometimes you have to temper her to be a little tough. And what happens is once you put those two things together and you slowly add them together, then you get something that is much better than the two things that were separated from the beginning. You'll have a delicious dessert now versus something that is unsavory, like an egg and a milk. And I think what happens is in relationships, a lot of people try to force one person to be something that they're not. But in essence, you both have to change and you have to denature what you have been, just like those proteins in the eggs and the milk. You have to make sure that those come together and you have to whip them. In a relationship, you're going to beat on each other. And eventually you're going to find out exactly through time and pressure and heat. And then after that point comes together when you're cooked, then you become something that's better than you were. In other words, the sum of the two parts become greater as a whole.